Hi, I'm Chuck Dorsett for Weaver Leathercraft, and we are making some gorgeous leather bracelets, and we are almost there. Chapter 6, and this is my favorite, one I've been looking forward to, because now we get to decorate our project. We see the culmination of our hard work and our design, and I bet it is going to be beautiful. Now, one thing, spots. We're going to set spots here, but this is just one avenue of decoration. And in fact, I love spots so much, I put them on almost every project because they're inexpensive, they're easy to add, and they look great. Now, anything I use in this video, weaverleathercraft.com, or check below for links. It's going to take you straight to the website. So let's do this. Let's don't waste any more time. Let's jump over here, add some spots, then we're ready to knock these together. Now, there are 3 ways we can set spots. First and foremost, we have a machine called the Little Wonder. It's great for us crafters. Bolts on our table, and it will set all manner of spots, rivets, grommets, eyelets, and a whole lot of other things. Say we don't have one, all right? We're going to jump up to a hand spot setter. Now, all this is a post and a throat, and my post has a concaved end. Now, these are size specific, so if I'm using 1/4 inch spots, I need a 1/4 inch setter. Now, I'm going to take my spot and simply load it into that throat. I want to leave those tines sticking out just a little bit. All right, let's make a mark on a piece of scrap here. And I'm going to set that on another piece of scrap, giving my tines room to move through the leather. So let's just straddle that mark, drop our post down. Now I'm going to put about 70% pressure on the throat and about 30% on the post. Well, there we go. That's not bad. It's going to stick into that scrap, absolutely. Pretty flush, pretty clean, and my tines are straight. So we're going to take our setter again. We're going to drop that on the back and simply drop those down. All right, pretty good set. Here's the only problem. I can feel those tines. That's going to snag on something. So let's jump over to my favorite way to go. I'm going to take just a little cardboard pallet. Let's jump back over here to this scrap piece again. We're going to make a mark. Now I'm going to take one of our spots. Now I'm right-handed, so I'll do my best with a camera shot here, but I'm simply going to press that in, straddle my mark and press that in. So I've got 2 little tine marks there. I'm going to take our craft knife, and we've got about the best craft knife in the business. Simply going to run that through, not too far, because I don't want too much. I don't want more hole than spot. In fact, I want that hole to disappear. So I'm going to run through on both sides. I'm going to take my spot and simply press it through. Easy enough. Already that's sitting clean and flush. But let's do this. We're going to take our mallet. Now, I'm going to use a small amount of pressure. I don't want to ding my spot, but I do want to press that down into it on my mallet or on my pallet. Now, nice and clean and straight. So let's take our craft knife and bend our tines in. In or out, does not matter. But here's the important step. I'm going to drop this on my marble. And again, not enough to ding it, but a good pound. Now I can feel that. Actually, I almost can't feel the tines there. They've sunk in, but also they've curled in. So those are not going to snag or grab on anything. Great way to set spots, and we need just very little to do it. So let's jump over here. First thing I'm going to do is mark both pieces, or actually all 3 pieces. We've got a good pattern. We took our time there, so those are going to line up nicely. So I'm going to work my way down, marking this. Then I'm going to mark both of these pieces. And our last 2 marks. All right, looks good. Now, one thing we've done, we set our spot marks at 1/4 of an inch in from our edge. Our groove line is 1/8 of an inch. So when I straddle that mark, that's actually going to put my tine right in our groove line. What that will do for us is make that line of spots look so clean and straight, it's going to look like it was set by a machine. So I'm going to work my way down, simply marking my tine marks. Then I'll work my way around with my craft knife and my pallet, and I'll set my spots. Now over here, we're going to use a nickel spot, but then for our brown, we're going to jump over to a brass spot. Looks very clean and tight. So let's set our spots and see how clean and straight these come out. And our last spots. Look at that. How clean and straight is that line set by hand? And also too, right here, if we look at that, look how clean and straight those spots are. Now a little squirrely maybe over here. I've got 1 or 2 that might not be perfectly in line. But what a great way to set spots. I've got great control. Now, here's another big point. And I don't want to go all zen on you here, but it's a good point because this is rather tedious. A lot of our steps in leather work can be very tedious. But let's look at it this way. If it takes me 1 hour to make this cuff and I wear it for 8 hours, I've already enjoyed this 8 times the amount of time it took to make it. So that's a big point, and that's just one day. All right, these look great. Let's step over here. Chapter 7, we are going to put these together and we will be done with 2 beautiful cuffs.